Godless Gardener, we had this discussion before, and you could not deny that Jesus was a historical figure. Maybe you have me confused with another Godless Gardener? What I said was, in the past, is there could have been a random guy named Jesus slash Yeshua who lived in ancient Palestine 2,000 years ago. That does not mean that he was a magical being. The fact that he walked on water, turned water into wine, raised people from the dead, raised himself from the dead, that is a claim. Nobody witnessed it. It's just a claim. It's a legend. And then you said, random person? We're talking about God here. Correction, you're talking about God here. The Bible shows that he is divine and performed miracles. Josephus said he was supernatural. Then you go on to say that Tacitus and Josephus provide historical context and confirmation of Jesus' existence and execution by Roman authorities, which, no. You see, when somebody says, the Bible says, they've already lost credibility because the Bible is a claim. There are all kinds of books that prove all kinds of other gods if you're going to use that tactic. The Quran claims that Muhammad had supernatural abilities. Does that mean that they are telling the truth too? In the Hindu religion, they have a lot of gods that do supernatural things. It's not uncommon at all. Does that make them accurate? And Josephus and Tacitus did not say that Jesus was supernatural. All they talked about is what Christians believed about Jesus. But even if there were ancient historians that said that they believed that Jesus was real, that still would not add any more validity to him being a supernatural being that existed 2,000 years ago. Ancient people built temples to Zeus and Osiris and Isis and a bunch of other gods. Does that add validity to their stories? And those people fully believed that their gods were real too, because they saw lightning bolts, they had natural disasters, there were plagues that were brought upon the earth, so it must be the gods that were angry with them. They have just as much proof of their claims of their gods as you do of yours. And during that time, they had more evidence of their gods than you do of yours. They had actual pictures that they drew of him. They had statues. What do you have? Nobody knows what Jesus supposedly looked like. This is not a Middle Eastern man. This guy looks like someone who sells the good stuff at Burning Man. You don't get to skip the evidence part because you really want the story to be true. That's not how anything works. So saying that Tacitus proves Jesus is like saying that ancient Egyptians proved Ra because we can see the sun today. If Jesus performed all those miracles, you would think somebody during that time would have written down the things that he supposedly did. But these were legends. These were stories told well after his alleged life. Belief isn't proof. Hype isn't history. Try again.